Video blog, Friday the 13th, 2012, freeyourselffromyourself.com. So the point of this video blog, as I say every time when I post, is to just give you a chance to peek into my process as I try not to undermine my own success and not sabotage my life. Now, in this installment, I just want to talk briefly about how we respond to other people and their personalities. So I've mentioned in an earlier video blog that my mother and I are pretty much identical. We both get virtually all of our esteem externally, in my opinion. We have a very difficult time. I know for me, having an intrinsic sense of self-esteem is very hard for me. Getting pats on the back is what has always provided me with a sense of self-worth. And so I have always figured this out at a pretty young age, and I am always pursuing things in my life that give me the opportunity for that sort of accolade or attention. But sometimes I undermine my own success, if you will, or undermine my own ability to get those pats on the back, because when I don't get them, I push too hard, I push people away, etc. Anyway, my mom and I are very similar in that sense, in that we both are very much get that esteem from external sources. So when we're together, we're both competing for all of the attention, and we end up rubbing each other the wrong way, and our ability to relate becomes very difficult, and we end up in conflict because we are like two positively charged magnets that try to come together but end up repelling each other. Each individual, each human being, of course, has her or his own personality, and there are always going to be people with whom or in your relationship with that you're going to clash with, that I clash with. There are people all the time in my work life as working in a soccer club full time with whom I clash. And if I embrace that, if I internalize that, if I get into a situation where that becomes my reality, that this person that I'm relating to must be bad because we clash, then I'm going to sabotage my life, because I'm going to end up in conflict with them. And if they're in a position of authority or not, or if they're in a position in a small community where they have a lot of sway or whatever, and I end up in conflict with them that I bring about, or that they bring about and that I, latch onto or, buy into, it sabotages my life, because I end up in conflict, and I might end up in a position where I no longer feel comfortable in my role in a particular job. So one of the things that I constantly have to do so that I don't sabotage my life is, when I am feeling friction or conflict with somebody, to take a step back and to say, look, they're living their lives, and they are who they are, and their character is what it is, and I'm living my life, and I am who I am. And the fact that we have conflict, the fact that our personalities clash, the fact that we're both positively charged magnets is just what it is. Now, they may not be conscious of that, whoever they may be. Like, there's no specific person. They may not be conscious of that, and so they may view my personality as repugnant, and they might hate me, and so be it. Like, so be it. The fact that they're not conscious and they're not able to step back and say, well, Weintraub is who he is, I am who I am. We are two positively charged or negatively charged magnets that, when we try to relate to each other, totally repel each other, and so it is. So yeah, whatever. So in order not to sabotage my own life, I always need to take that step back when I'm having an initial response, when I'm having an initial gut response to something, to take that step back and not to respond to it, and to examine it, and to say, I wonder why with this individual it pushes these buttons. I wonder why when this situation happens and this individual does this, that, or the other, that my gut response is A, B, or C. And if I actually live out that response, if I honor that gut reaction that I have, it can sabotage my life. I need to take a step back, not immediately leap in where I'm having an impulse to leap in. Or if I do leap in, have the ability to say, okay, I'm leaping in on this impulse, but I may be wrong, so that I don't find myself in a position where I have mitigated my own happiness and success because I'm simply competing with someone else's character for no reason. That's all I've got today. It's Friday the 13th. And next week I'm on vacation. Yay! Bye.